everybody, welcome back. And welcome back to the second installment of Fishing 101, where I'm going to show you the absolute basics of how to set up your fishing rod to go fishing. And this is for the absolute beginner, someone who has never done this before and just wants to be shown to make sure they know they're doing the right thing. So in this video, I'm simply going to show you how to put together your fishing rod. Now, for the most part, fishing rods that are over 5'6" in length come in two parts. They come with the top end, all right, which is the narrow part of the fishing rod, and they come with the second part containing the handle. This is referred to as the butt, and this is referred to the top or tip end. As I said, they will usually come in two parts. When you buy them, and I strongly recommend you buy the combo, which will already be assembled, and try and get yourself a combo that is pre-spooled, so you don't have to put the line on yourself, because it's just huge. It's just a lot more. It's just a lot easier. But it's a very simple thing. You'll see how it goes together when you look at it. But just to make sure you understand, because you're going to have to break it down to transport it and then put it back together, I want you to notice that on the ends where the blank breaks, there will be like a socket or a grommet, and then there's a solid part. All right. Now this socket can be also on this end, and it's vice versa, but it doesn't matter which way they do it. It's just different manufacturers and different styles of fishing rods. It doesn't really make any difference. You're simply going to insert the butt end or the top end into this socket like that. Just push it in. Give it a little twist, okay? Make sure it's firmly on. And then you're going to line up your line guides down the blank to make sure that you can just see all the way down. So that means they're lined up. If you can look all the way down and see the tip, then your blank is nice and straight. You don't want anything being off-centered, otherwise it'll affect your cast and retrieve, okay? So that's how you put this together. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, you want to make sure that this doesn't break when you're fishing. It won't. This rod is designed when it's both parts and you haven't been Frankensteining anything. They're designed to hold very securely. This also, in this area here, in this little grommet or socket, sometimes creates a bit of a suction. And that holds it in too. And it goes in pretty far. So it's fairly secure. You don't want to ram it home. Don't ram it on, because if you do that, it'll jam, and then you won't be able to break down the rod. You'll probably end up breaking the blank if you do that. So I don't recommend you do it. Please don't do that. When you won't go to take this apart, you simply twist it a little bit and then pull. It's not going to fall apart when you're fishing if you put it on properly. So just insert again into that socket. Line up your line guides, give it a little tug, push, and there you go. That's your fishing rod assembled. Very, very simple. Just don't ram it home and jam it. Otherwise, you've basically you've ruined your fishing rod. So now the next thing I'm going to show you how to put on, again, very simple, is of course the fishing reel. All right, so this is your standard spinning reel. This is the reel with the long neck that hangs on underneath the handle of a spinning fishing rod. All right, so I want you to take a look carefully at the handle. You'll notice that there's this flat section here. This is the reel seat. And then up here, you've got something that when you twist this, you tighten this or loosen this, it goes up and down. There's some threads there. This is the reel lock. Now down here, there's a little pocket where you slip the back reel shoe into to lock it into place or hold it into place so that you can tighten the reel lock. Sometimes this reel lock can be located on this end of the handle. So you're just going to do the reverse when it comes to tightening it. It's not a big deal. For the most part, I find that most of the reel locks are on the top of the handle, not at the bottom. But it doesn't matter one way, it's the same way. So you're going to take your reel, you're going to make sure that this end, this is the drag cap, is facing down the blank, down your fishing rod, not facing down the handle like that. No, It won't work that way. You've got to make sure that it's facing down that way. So you're just going to slip this rear shoe into that little notch. Okay. See that? It fits nicely in there. And then you're just going to screw down the real lock. There's a little cap there that front shoe slips into. It slides over it as you're tightening it. Again, do not over tighten the real lock. There, nice and snug. And there you go. That's it. And that's how you attach your reel to your fishing rod. All right? Very, very simple. So, in my next video, because I want to keep these short and sweet, I'm going to show you how to load your fishing rod with the line, and I'm going to show you how to do two very basic setups. One will be a bottom setup, and one will be a simple float setup. All right? And then after that, you should be pretty good to go on how to get starting to fish. All right, so until the next video, this is Sharon for Fishing Tales and Other Lies. Thanks for watching. Tight lines.